Welcome to Houston, Texas, and the house Bill Yeoman and Andre Ware built, home to the Houston Cougars, where the fans are ready for liftoff. What we have in store for you today, a showdown between a couple of Pac-12 rivals. As we'll see, the Washington State Cougars taking on the Houston Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Houston about to kick off to get things underway. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The Cougars offense will have the first possession of the game. Here he comes, and obviously a defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Caught in the backfield. It's right. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. They'll need 3 yards here on 3rd down to keep this opening drive alive. Trying to pick up a first down. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Still on his feet at the 45. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. Washington State lines up quickly.
And how about that on 3rd down? You give it to your playmaker in the backfield, and he's able to use his speed to go get the first.
And he's a guy that you should be focusing on with this offense. He's definitely a game breaker. He's a guy that they starred, going into this matchup that they had to stop. 3rd down, money down. You figured they might probably get him the football. They do, and they get the first down.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. At the 20, he's got space. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. And the Cougars are marching down the field. Been showing them the run, now they'll throw it. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. 1st down, goal-to-go situation. You cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
They'll keep it on the ground, right up the gut, looking for 6. Baird is trying to bash it forward. He got a couple. It's down at the 11.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
The official says no good. Guys, after the miss, no change in the score.
You can't miss opportunities like that. You're playing on the road in a hostile environment. You're trying to seize momentum right out of the gate. You get a nice drive to start the game, and then you miss the field goal. You don't get any points to show for that. If they're going to win this one, guys, they've got to take advantage of those types of opportunities.
Complete to start this drive. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Let's see how successful they'll be on 1st and 10. Wide out in motion. They think there's room to run to the right here. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
In offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
They want to run it left here. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
A lot of times defenses blitz to stop the run. This very play right here, blitz the linebacker, but man, the offense did a great job. Everybody understood what they saw. Running back understood. Pick up a nice positive gain when they were trying to get a blitz and maybe create a tackle for a loss.
Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass and it never had a chance. Let's see which way they go after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 39. He'll ride his man on the option. He showed it all there. A little lucidness, a little power, and he's got the first down. Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the run. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it, offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Back to throw, it's Ortega. Setting up the screen. Finds a crease at the 20. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy. First on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field.
The ball squirts free. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. They'll try to run for it. Fighting off the defender. And he's brought down, but the defender got a face full of stiff arm before he picked up that first down.
Offenses that are great on 3rd downs, what do most of the time? They keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on 3rd and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on 3rd downs all throughout this season.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Now the play fake. And the defense gets to the quarterback. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. To the ground with the back.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Power football with the run. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it. Offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. First down here for the offense. Hold and fire complete. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
Powers through. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Washington State going quickly.
They're going to keep feeding this guy the football, guys. Over 100 yards rushing with that last carry now. We knew coming into this game today, they had to get the running game going. They had to be...
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
Sometimes you got to fight fire with fire. This quarterback is very athletic, and he's got a lot of speed. He's probably too fast for some of these D linemen to catch up, but not the free safety. He'll go toe-to-toe and go sideline to sideline with his QB all game long.
Oh, it goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, that's disappointing for the offense because that's a play that you rep all week long in practice. You should be able to hit that one no problem. And the QB receiver couldn't come up with a completion.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. At the 35, he's loose. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Washington State.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Auburn is down, but they are not out of it. Not in Jordan Hare, one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. They're trailing by 10 to Tennessee. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates you'll see in here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Hold it, finds his man on the left. At the 45, on his way. And he breaks into the open. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. And the point after is good. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Washington State lines up quickly. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Caught in the backfield, it's Wall. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Offense in the hurry up.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Barnes. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Caught in the backfield, it's Young. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback checking the play. Back to throw. It's Ortega. Fires to the wideout. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Just got to finish the play for the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the grab. It's Taylor. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Timeout, Washington State.
So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. Off the RPO, throw right, looking for the chains. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He's going to pass. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Houston.
How about this offense responding late in the first half, getting the score, now an extra point away from tying this football game, going into the half. That's exactly how you draw up a 2-minute drill. That's how you want to finish a half.
And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
All right, guys, thanks. Looks like we've had ourselves a very enjoyable first half so far. Toughest job inside that stadium right now might just be the scoreboard operator after all those first downs and touchdowns. Big plays have defined this one, thanks to 2 of the best receiving corps in all of college football. Let's see if these defenses can adjust and make the necessary chess moves. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in the cage in Southeast Texas.
And he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. First drive of the 2nd half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the 2nd half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looking to throw, it's Ortega. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Houston will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Can't hang on, he muffs it. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
Kick catch interference. Kicking team.
Too much contact after the fair catch signal, and it'll cost him here. Couldn't order better field position for this offense. They'll start this drive with a pass. And incomplete on the deep ball.
How about the difference a week makes for this QB? Last week, man, the completion percentage way down. Just wasn't consistent, wasn't in good rhythm. Right now, looks like he's in total control, and this offense is moving at a way better pace. Looks like a completely different team from last week.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Barnes. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. Washington State going quickly.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
Washington State has it all working right now. The corners are walked up tight. Going to the run, it's Warren. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. He's got it down the middle. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the field.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He's bringing it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Houston offense comes onto the field. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out. They held him to a field goal, so that's the good news. Now this offense has to get it going.
Off he goes. He stepped out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Looking for a productive play on first down. Motion from the offense. Handoff to the lone back. He gets it all the way out to the 19-yard line, a pickup of 6.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Kept it on the ground on first down. Let's see what they do on second. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Got his man. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
Quick pass on the fly motion. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense.
He lobs one high down the left side. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
The give to the back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a first down for this offense. He's piled up 76 yards on the ground, and he just continues to turn in productive performance after productive performance. That's how you lead the nation in rushing. Single back formation, and they give it to him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Red pass, it's complete. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Houston! Hello! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This offense is feeling itself right now, and momentum's coming along with them. Looking for room, it's Warren. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land.
On the play. Brings up second down.
If you like old-school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods.
Washington State. 7.
Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. Wideouts all wadded up in a bunch. On second down, he's looking downfield. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Warren. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Caught behind the line. It's right. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Washington State sends out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He's got great speed. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Here comes the Houston offense once again. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
They'll try the run. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Big 3rd down here. They need to get the ball to the 41. Now on the option. Now the toss. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. Give him 88 yards on the ground, and he came into this game leading the nation in rushing. Wide receiver shows motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Back to pass. It's Ortega. Get it out on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He'll take the deep shot. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
Well, what a play by the defense there. Trailing here in the 4th quarter by 1 possession. Able to steal it away now and put their offense in position to at least go tie this game.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. He's got his man. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. The Cougars moving quickly to the line.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping, put it out in front of me, I'm getting this first down.
You know, it's really tough. It's tough to be a DB because you can't get there too early. You can't get there too late. He gets there perfect timing and gets the deflection.
Here comes the offense on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Quickly complete. He's brought down. Solid pickup, a little bit short of the first down. Boy, could they use a conversion on third and short from their own 24. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. What a snag by the defense. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
And that is a back-breaker. It's fourth down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play, but the defense came up big in a big moment.
And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. After the good pickup on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. They'll give it to the back. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And as they come to the line, they have the lead, and they have the clock on their side. First and goal. Movement here from the tight end. They'll use the running game on first and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on second. Touchdown, Cougars! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And the returner will be knocked down. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
After the incompletion, looking at second down. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this is why this team is losing this game. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times, almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
Catch in the middle, it's Wall. Nothing but green ahead. He is feeling it, a huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24.
At the 24. 1st down for the offense. 1st down. 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 1st
to the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up.
First and goal, Washington State.
Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Still looking on the move. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. And they'll get to the line and spike it to stop the clock.
It's third down.
If they can pay off this third and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow over there on the other sideline. And he was trying to cash in the end zone in this red zone threat, but it's incomplete. They'll play it safe and try for 3. And they need 2 scores anyway, so they'll try to get the field goal first. And it's no good. My goodness, you need those field goals, guys, to cut into that deficit. We're still at 11.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
Leaves it with the running back. Runs through the tackle. He's piled up 112 yards rushing. He continues to impress as he leads the nation in rushing. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Now they'll run it on the toss. At the 40, there he goes. Hit the afterburners, kid.
Offensively, to play physical and try to get the stop late and make sure they don't continue to get in the end zone.
Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have, and man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different looking team than what we saw early in the year. They're playing with so much more confidence. And David, when you